Hello, everyone. PD from Forma Therapy here. I thought I'd talk about where I've been because I have gotten a handful of messages, both on our social medias and on our Patreon. People have been worried because I haven't been posting in January. If you guys haven't noticed, I uploaded two videos which were filmed in December. I uploaded two of them in January, early January, and then I never posted again. And I just wanted to talk about where I've been and why. Because I did put up a YouTube community post, but I guess this is just, to reach out to more people because some people are still asking. And, last year I had a bit of a mental health explosion. I kind of had a really dark moment, and I was very public about that. And I think a lot of people were worried because I hadn't posted in the whole month, that I was slipping into that again. And I want to talk about where I've been. So basically, I've been dealing with a private health issue since 2020, and I've kept it private because when I was diagnosed early, um, we didn't quite know how severe it was. And once we did know, even then, it was quite severe. And I downplayed it, because I'm Korean and we like to shrug off all our pain. But yeah, I definitely downplayed it with both my partner, my parents. I didn't really tell any of my friends, but the ones that did sort of know and find out, I kind of just downplayed it. But it was actually quite serious, and it was hurting a lot. And it was a long battle trying different medications to get me right. Uh, you know, Changing my lifestyle, and it was about a 6 month process. Shout out to my doctor, who, man, he really definitely looked out for me. Not a lot of doctors actually go like the really really personal approach that he did. Well, he both did and did. Anyways, that's a different story. But early January, I went for another checkup, and throughout 2020, there were periods where I would not post for a week or I would disappear for a week, and that was because I was going out of state to go to the hospital. I went to this specific hospital and to get my meds from there specifically. And so it I was traveling out of state. I had to drive, obviously it's Rona time. So it took a long time. So I would usually be gone for about a week, or half a week. So that's why I was like periodically randomly missing throughout 2020. I would post a bunch and then I would suddenly not post and then post a bunch, and that's kind of why. But yeah, I went early January and I got my results back. We did blood work, because I hadn't seen him since like October or something like that, because he wanted to basically aggressively pursue this and fight it. And he said, we're gonna have to like try this for like 3 months. So, you do this for 3 months, you take these meds for 3 months, and we'll see where you're at. And then I got my blood work back, and I'm doing better. I'm doing way better. I'll admit, like the diagnosis before, it definitely attributed a lot of it attributed to my mental health decline, because I felt the reason why I was working so hard is because I was afraid, not that I was afraid of dying. I just have a general fear of death, but this definitely put a clock on that. And I felt like I had to work hard and I had to bend over backwards to work hard, um, because I wanted my family taken care of. And that's kind of why it added even more pressure, because my family wasn't backing me up. Um, but apparently I'm doing better. And that's, you understand how much of a huge relief that is. He said my body is just responding really well to the treatment, and I'm just getting healthier. Um, the one thing that's still high is, I think I have, whatever the word is, whatever the scientific word is, I forgot, but basically saying like, I need to de-stress. He, not in so many words, but basically said stop stressing the fuck out. But I can't help it. He's like, stop working so much. Don't be such a workaholic. You need to relax and rest. especially if you want to, recover. But I just can't help it. I'm a bit of a workaholic, but you know, January he put me on new meds, and the side effects of these medications were really heavy. So I was kind of sick and sleeping a lot, trying to let it subside. So that's kind of why I was missing a lot in January. But I also took his words to heart. I feel like I'm at the finish line with this. Now, this is something that I have to live with for the rest of my life. I have several different things going on with me, and everything's permanent. And some of these could kill me. I don't know when, but I do feel like because he said I'm out of like that severe zone, I feel like, oh, like all I need to do is just de-stress, get that one thing out. And so I was focusing in January on what I wanted to do with this channel. And I feel like a lot of my stress that recently has been coming from it being creatively stifled. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Some of you have definitely noticed, but the culture study has felt like a job. It has felt like a monotonous job ever since I started trying to do daily uploads. I felt honestly afraid of you guys, the audience. I felt like I was at your beck and call. And when you guys said you wanted me to react to something, felt like the need to react to something. I think genuinely, out of most channels out there, I react to probably the most different and variety of things. I don't stick to just girl groups. I don't stick to just boy groups. I don't pick and choose just my favorites. I give small groups, unknown groups, a whole bunch of stuff, a lot of chances. And so I do that because I want to do it for you guys. I want to provide you with the kind of entertainment that you guys want. But I realized I'm bending over backwards. Like this is my full-time job, but I'm not making any money doing these videos because all our videos are copyrighted because of the YouTube music. And people aren't always doing just the simple task of subscribing or hitting the like button or commenting. And I'm like, well, it'd be one thing if I was at least monetizing these videos, but I'm not even monetizing these videos. So I'm working hard and I'm filming so much, and I'm filming so much that it dilutes the overall quality from and making the culture study, in my opinion, mediocre. And I realized the only people I should be answering to is one, our patrons. The people who support us on Patreon actually pay to support us. And I know, a handful of you guys say you can't afford to support us on Patreon. And I know a handful of you guys do help us out, like by hitting the like button and subscribing and leaving a comment, because those things do help. But there's still a large majority, the vast majority, that don't, right? And I was like, why am I trying to I guess kind of serve everybody when not everybody cares about me necessarily or supports me necessarily. I think there's like, out of like my 400k subs, maybe like 20k actually are deep into it and actually care. And I realized I want to focus on that 20k, you guys, the ones who truly want to support my endeavor, truly find some kind of a therapy in all of this. And so with the culture study going forward, I'm no longer going to be doing daily uploads. I'm no longer going to have a schedule. It's going to be it's done when it's done type of deal. I just filmed my first culture study video a few days ago. That took a whole day to produce, and you're going to see why. I feel like I've been slacking in terms of putting in graphics, putting in music, putting in actual time to edit these videos and produce these videos. We're shooting this on cinema cameras. We're shooting this in 4K. We're going to blow the reaction scene out of the water. We are going to aggressively put in way too much work for a reaction video. But because of that, we cannot react to every single thing on the planet. what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to do live first reaction sessions on our Patreon, and the ones that I do like, I'm probably gonna save that footage, include it into a culture study video, and then do a whole review based around it. That is a little bit in the works. But with that said, videos will be resuming tomorrow, February 2nd, and the podcast is going to return next week, and we're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff. Starting next week, I am going to be doing a daily show. I'm going to be doing a daily show on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/formatherapy if you want to follow me. A lot of you guys ask me, like, what do you think about this thing, that thing? I'm going to be doing a daily show at 11 a.m. starting next Monday. That's Pacific Standard Time on Twitch. And so we're going to be talking about K-pop news, K-pop culture. I'll be taking your questions. And it's going to be a live show every single weekday, Monday through Fridays. So you can tune in for that. And I've got some other things planned, which once that's more, developed, we'll put into motion. But yeah, going forward, nothing's really going to change on Patreon. We're just going to add some more content to Patreon. But it's mainly the culture study that's going to be changing. I'm going to be putting a lot more work into it, and I'm going to try to make them look really nice, and I want them to be filled with better substance, because I was dissatisfied with the quality of the culture study, and I feel like I owe it to the people who actually care about my videos and to myself. I think in 2020, I really stopped caring about myself, and I think that's why it drove me to that really dark point in my life, because I stopped caring about myself in every way whatsoever. Like, I viewed myself as a product, and I treated myself as a product, and I worked myself like a product. I'm still going to work hard, but I'm just not going to work as often as I was, because it's physically not good for my health anymore. So yeah, I just wanted to let people know I'm good. I'm somewhat healthy, and I'm doing better. Yeah, I guess I wanted to take this time to thank everyone who has supported this channel, who supports this channel, whether it is through just watching our videos, leaving a comment, or whether it's through Patreon or getting our merch or whatever it is. Thank you, guys. I do this for you. And I think I lost sight of what that you meant. I tried to service everybody, and that was the wrong idea. I feel like I only need to service the people who care. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for waiting so patiently. We'll be back tomorrow with a new culture study video. I know there's a lot to get to, so I'm going to hit the ground running and work really hard this week. So we're only going to be putting out this one video tomorrow. Get some feedback. I'm going to look at your feedback, and then I'm going to be filming throughout this week and editing throughout this week, and then expect a lot more uploads next week on our YouTube. So this is just sort of, think of this as the first entree dropping, but it's going to be a full 5-course meal. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a wonderful week. And yeah, be kind to each other. Stay happy. Stay healthy. See you later.